there. That's the end of that.
It's done. Yeah.
And conservatives don't like it. Neither did he, but that's just the way it was. And that's the way they have to do it in the States. Just accept a ruling and fucking move on with your lives. There's so many other fucked up things going on to worry about right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man.
Alabama, that was where it all went down, where they were going to charge the pregnant lady who got shot in the belly or whatever. That was Alabama.
That's right. That was Alabama. Yeah.
They just don't fucking get over. What the hell? One of them is obviously like the survivor of an abortion, and he's just out to get them now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He's just an abortion that accidentally lived, and fuck, now he's.
And this is why you need them, to stop idiots like this.
Basically.
Just to keep in the southern U.S. because, well, they're all fucking idiots. Kentucky, there's a couple of churches that are defying the orders to not do the large get-togethers.
There's a bunch of them. That's
so on Easter Sunday... Yep. So, a bunch of people have gone out, putting nails in the entrance of the parking lot, so people's tires got all flattened. Cops were there to start charging people.
What good does that do? What good does now their tires are flattened and they have to stay here longer? That's an idiot. God damn it. What good does that do anybody? That's not even good.
Well, my question is...
Sorry, Gord, I don't mean to interrupt. But...
No, you're completely right. How does having a nail laying on its side stop somebody from driving over it? Come on. You gotta think here, people.
This is every guy in the South. This is every guy in the southern U.S. right now.
Listen, I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Understandable. That's Alex Jones, our good buddy Alex Jones, by the way.
And their response to this, by the way, was, of all the places to keep you from, they should have put the nails down at the liquor store. Keep you from getting drunk, going home, and killing somebody on the way.
That's pretty much true. But what the hell? You're going to kill each other anyway.
Well, hang on. They could have put them down at the abortion center. They could have saved some lives down there, maybe.
Yeah, let's have more people alive so we can shoot them when they're teenagers. What the fuck?
Right? Exactly. Oh, God.
Your country's a disaster. Get rid of Trumpsky and fucking fix your country and stop shooting people. And then I'll give a crap more about what's going on. I'm really starting to just hate the repetition. Blah, 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 blah. Everything's bad. We have to stop abortion, and that'll make everything better. Fuck you. You're so retarded.
So I have some good news.
I love some
good news. Well, scientists say that they have engineered a mutant bacterial enzyme that can easily break down plastic balls for recycling in a matter of hours.
I don't believe that, but I hope they did.
Originally discovered in a compost heap by researchers in 2012, the enzyme reduces the bottles to their initial chemical building blocks, which are then recycled to make brand new bottles.
That sounds like it would be incredibly expensive way more expensive than just putting them on a barge and shipping them to Thailand like we do now.
Well, yeah, everything's more expensive.
And that's the problem with the scientific innovation. Until it's affordable, no one's going to go for it. That's why the electric car never caught on. It was $50,000. When it became $30,000, people started getting interested. And that's the same thing with any kind of innovation. They're light years ahead of the shit that we actually use. It's just no one's willing to pay for what they can get.
Yep. So remember when everything was based off that? Like when big screen TVs, when plasma TVs first came out, they're like $50,000 for a TV.
Oh, yeah.
Now you can't even buy a plasma because they're so outdated. You get a LED for like a 60-inch LED for like $500.
Yeah, I had the original Sony flat screen. That was back when I had money. And the first flat screen TV that ever came out, I had it. It was, I believe, just shy of $3,000 when I bought it. And it's about 700 pounds. And it's sitting in a house in North Van because I couldn't move it. And no, you couldn't give it away now. That's why it's still sitting in North Van on the res.
It's really funny.
That's just the way things go. But yeah, that's great. That's awesome science. Now, they need a team of scientists to sit around and figure out how to make shit affordable. Every time they come up with something, they got to have another guy who's like the budget man who sits there and goes, all right, this is how we can do it for this much. And then you got to get the fucking greedy motherfuckers out of the room quick so they don't know how much they could make off it. And just charge what it's worth and actually fix the world. But in the meantime, cool. Way to go, guys. Something we'll never see because it's too expensive.
Yeah. So that's kind of nice. I really appreciate it. I thought that was really neat and good to see.
It's neat. On it. See? Well, if you just fucking solve a problem. These are the guys I'm talking about. These are the guys we need to be like. Just solve the problem. These guys are just solving a problem. And that's what I like about scientists. They don't give a fuck about politics. They just want to solve shit.
Yeah.
Except for the evil ones. Then they want to do evil shit. And they kind of suck, but they're still cooler than arguing about
it. We always need a couple of Dr. Evils around, you know. So one thing that's interesting that's a little bit back in the news, you remember that plane that crashed in Iran with a whole bunch of Canadians on it?
Vaguely.
We talked all about this when it happened.
We may have talked. We talked about lots of stuff.
I called it that when the news first hit. I said, I guarantee you, because initially nobody would say what brought it down. Like, I guarantee you it was the fucking surface-to-air fucking missile. Somebody shot that plane down, and then they turned around and said, "Yeah, sorry, that's what it was."
Yeah, no, I totally remember. I was just
kidding. Shot it down because of the yeah. Okay, well, Canada specifically, and of course the rest of the world, I've been waiting forever for Iran to send over the box so that they could actually download all the plane crash data and go through it.
Yeah, are they still waiting on that?
They're still waiting on. Now, here's the interesting thing. Canada has told Iran to hold off on that until the coronavirus is dealt with.
Well, that makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
Could be coronavirus on that black box. We don't want it. Leave us alone.
So, yeah, I just thought that's really strange how everybody wants to find out what's going on and everything else. And now Canada is literally saying, Iran, put off downloading and analyzing the data for now because we're gonna wait until people stop having the sniffles.
Well, I think really Iran's getting fucked by the coronavirus hard, and we don't have time to really. No one's gonna deal with that plane shit right now. Nobody cares anymore. We've moved on to the next thing, and that's good for Canada to go. Hey, look, our government's focused on fixing this corona bullshit. And no one cares about the goddamn plane anymore anyway, so let's just get over it. I think it's a good message, finally. It's good. We're not going to do anything about it anyway. What are we going to do? What are we going to find out? What is on there that can be analyzed that we don't really know? They shot the fucker down because they wanted to be pricks to America. They didn't realize it was a Canadian plane. Fuck, we're not going to do anything about it. We're Canada. What do we need to analyze? There's nothing to analyze. A missile ripped through the thing. It fell out of the sky. I can analyze it from right here.
I don't need the box.
I don't need the box. I know what the fuck happened. Shit, Gordon and I called that too. We're like, yeah, that was on purpose. Like, first day, we weren't even finished telling the story. Like, a plane fell out of the... Yep, they shot it. And sure enough, 4 days later, they shot it. Yeah, we shot it. Fuck you guys. There's nothing to analyze it. Good. Don't waste time.
I love how I called that one.
Don't waste time dealing with the Iranians. You should make him hand deliver the box, and every time he walks up to you and holds it out, you just fucking bitch slap him. Here is the box. Don't even say anything. Just slap him. Here is your box. Then you stare at him. But I'm trying to give you your...
Slap.
Just keep doing it. That's all we do to Iranians from now on. Every time the Iranian government wants to walk up, hello, Mr. Trudeau, and just walk away.
Slap.
They'll get it sooner or later. Or they'll just fucking give up. Either way, we're good. That's my new Middle Eastern. That's how we deal with the Middle East from now on. We just slap them. Kick them like puppies. Fucking bad puppy.
That's amazing. I love you sometimes.
Eric Gore 2023. There's going to be a website soon. Well, actually, I'm sending out brochures.
So, is that what you're doing?
I'm working on some.
In Georgia.
Oh,
I don't
God.
know. Should I call this guy out by name or not?
What guy?
Yeah, that's right. Go back there. I don't know if I should call him out by name or not. He's a dick.
From Georgia? No.
No, fuck him. I don't want to give his name. Yeah, no. He was this douchebag. We're just going to call him Chris because his name is Chris, but we'll leave the rest of it out. He was arrested on Friday and charged with wire fraud by a federal court in Washington. Why, you ask?
No,
because
I did not.
He was accused of... No, you didn't. I'm going to answer it anyways.
Sorry.
He was accused of trying to sell hundreds of millions of dollars worth of non-existent personal protective equipment to the federal government in a bid to profit from the pandemic.
Well, now that is just good thinking, in my opinion.
He was trying to sell them 125 million face masks and other PPE totaling over $750 million US dollars.
How is 125 million? Now, that's something wrong right there. How is 125 million masks worth $700 million? Those are some overpriced
plus
fucking
other
masks.
stuff. Yeah, plus other stuff. So it's like $3 a mask plus a bunch of other shit.
That is absurd. That's stupid pricing. Even if it's not a scam, don't pay that. That's a scam no matter what. Sorry.
Oh, absolutely. No, I agree with you. So yeah, this guy is looking at up to 20 years in prison for this.
That's it.
Plus fines and everything else.
I would have thought it'd be a lot worse than 20 years because it's America. You get fucking 20 years for crossing a red light wrong.
Well, keep in mind that's just for the main charge. I'm sure if they found another one, like he wore, red when he was supposed to wear white one day, then they might throw another 50 years on that. But
you crossed when the little hand was up. We don't put up with that where we come from. 25 years. You'll wait for the little white man next time.
Well, it's funny because this guy, this is not the first time he's been charged by federal prosecutors, because in January he was charged by federal prosecutors in New York with fraud and conspiracy to engage in money laundering over what was described as a Ponzi scheme that defrauded around 1,000 investors out of at least $115 million.
How much does it suck for the Ponzi family? There's still some Ponzis out there. And it's not even like Bernie Madoff was the bad one, but there's a Madoff out there too, right? Like Madoff had kids, so there's his kids. They fucking know, like when you say Bernie Madoff, that's like fucking just brutal. But imagine the guy that they're named after. He's got like great grandkids walking around. They're like, "Hi, I'm whatever his name is, Chuck Ponzi." Hi, and really like Ponzi, like the scheme.
Kid.
You're the fucking Ponzi scheme kid, like. My God, how much does it suck for them? Like, could you imagine just if that was a thing, like, that happened to you? All of a sudden there was, like, the worst thing that ever happened in America was called the Strain Scheme or whatever?
That'd be amazing. I'd be so happy.
Yeah, I'm Gord Strain. Oh, like the Strain Scheme? No, not like that. It's a different strain. Oh, dude, that sucks. Like, that's every conversation you have your whole life. You're Joe Ponzi? Oh my god, that fucking sucks for you. Just the worst.